So now what's new in Server 2016? Well, a couple of these we've already mentioned. Nano Server, the new installation option with no graphical or command line interface. It basically no local login or administration, so it has significantly lower hardware requirements, and it's ideal as a platform for Hyper-V. Windows Server containers and Hyper-V containers. These are going to allow us to isolate your apps from an operating system environment. We'll go over it in more detail later, but it essentially improves security and reliability. So they're isolated from one another, but they run on the host operating system. Hyper-V containers are further isolated because they run within a virtual machine. And then Docker is simply a technology for managing those containers. It's technically a Linux-based technology, but Windows Server 2016 is providing support for Docker to manage these containers. Rolling upgrades for Hyper-V and storage clusters. This will allow you to add Server 2016 failover cluster nodes to an existing 2012 R2 failover cluster. So the cluster will continue to operate in Server 2012 R2 functional level while you sort of roll out the new version, and then once you've upgraded out all nodes to 2016, then you can change the functional level. Hot add support in virtual machines. This is for virtual memory as well as network adapters. Those can simply be added or removed while the virtual machines are running. Nested virtualization in Hyper-V will allow you to run virtual machines within a virtual machine. That is very beneficial for lab environments, but also could be used in private cloud environments. Shielded virtual machines allow you to protect the data inside a virtual machine from unauthorized access. It's always been a problem where you utilize virtualization because the virtualization admins would technically have the ability to get into the virtual machines and access data, and so we needed a way to protect that. PowerShell Direct, we've already mentioned. It just allows you to create commands or scripts and run those against a guest operating system in a virtual machine from the host directly. Storage Spaces Direct is a feature that allows you to build highly available storage with directly attached disk on each node in a cluster. And then SMB, or Server Message Block version 3, is going to provide resiliency. The Storage Replica allows you to synchronously or asynchronously replicate volumes at the block level. Okay? And then there are some additional improvements as well that we'll get into. And so really this is not a completely comprehensive list. There are a lot of other improvements to existing features, and you can find information about that by using TechNet.